Close your eyes and let yourself drift back through time, back beyond human memory, beyond recorded history, to an Earth you would barely recognize. Tonight, we journey to when giants walked the land, when thunder was made by footsteps, and when the world belonged to the dinosaurs. Take a deep breath, and let us begin. The word dinosaur means terrible lizard, coined in 1842 by British paleontologist Sir Richard Owen. He combined the Greek words deinos, meaning terrible or fearfully great, and sauros, meaning lizard. Yet these creatures were neither terrible in the sense of evil, nor were they truly lizards. They were something entirely their own, magnificent and diverse beyond imagination. Let your body relax as we consider that dinosaurs ruled the Earth for approximately 165 million years. To put this in perspective, modern humans have existed for only about 300,000 years. Dinosaurs' reign was so vast that Tyrannosaurus rex lived closer in time to us than it did to Stegosaurus. The age of dinosaurs spans a length of time almost incomprehensible to our brief human experience. The Mesozoic era, the age of dinosaurs, is divided into three periods. The Triassic period began about 252 million years ago, followed by the Jurassic period around 201 million years ago, and finally the Cretaceous period, which ended 66 million years ago with the mass extinction. Each period saw different dinosaurs rise and fall, evolve and disappear, in an ever-changing dance of life. Settle deeper into comfort as we remember that dinosaurs didn't appear suddenly but evolved from reptilian ancestors called archosaurs during the Triassic period. These early dinosaurs were relatively small, no larger than a dog, walking on two legs through forests of ferns and conifers. The world was warmer then, with no ice caps at the poles, and all the continents were joined together in one massive supercontinent called Pangaea. The first dinosaur fossils recognized as belonging to extinct giant reptiles were discovered in the early 1800s. In 1824, William Buckland described Megalosaurus, and in 1825, Gideon Mantell described Iguanodon. These discoveries sparked a fascination that continues to this day, revealing that Earth once hosted creatures beyond the wildest imagination. Let your breathing slow as you learn that dinosaurs are classified into two major groups based on their hip structure. Saurischian dinosaurs, or lizard-hipped dinosaurs, include the long-necked sauropods and the fierce theropods. Ornithischian dinosaurs, or bird-hipped dinosaurs, include the horned ceratopsians, armored ankylosaurs, and duck-billed hadrosaurs. Ironically, birds actually evolved from lizard-hipped dinosaurs, not bird-hipped ones. Dinosaurs were not the first reptiles to dominate Earth. Before them, during the Permian period, massive reptiles called synapsids ruled. The dinosaurs' rise to dominance came after the Permian-Triassic extinction event, the most severe extinction in Earth's history, which wiped out about 96% of marine species and 70% of terrestrial species. From catastrophe came opportunity, and the dinosaurs seized it. Close your eyes more gently as we consider that not all prehistoric reptiles were dinosaurs. Pterosaurs, the flying reptiles, were close relatives but not true dinosaurs. Marine reptiles like plesiosaurs and ichthyosaurs swam in ancient seas but were also not dinosaurs. True dinosaurs were terrestrial creatures, though they occupied nearly every ecological niche on land. The earliest known dinosaur, or at least one of the earliest, is the Eoraptor, whose name means dawn thief. This small, agile predator lived about 231 million years ago in what is now Argentina. It was only about 3 feet long and walked on 2 legs. From such humble beginnings, the dinosaurs would eventually produce the largest land animals ever to walk the Earth. Let yourself drift as we explore how dinosaurs laid eggs, much like modern birds and reptiles. Fossilized eggs and nests have been discovered around the world, some showing that certain dinosaurs cared for their young. These glimpses into family life reveal that dinosaurs weren't just mindless monsters but complex creatures with behaviors we're only beginning to understand. The process of fossilization is rare and requires specific conditions. When a dinosaur died, it usually decayed completely, returning to the Earth. But occasionally, if the body was quickly buried by sediment in a river, lake, or sea, the bones could be preserved. Over millions of years, minerals replaced the bone structure, creating a fossil, a stone echo of ancient life. Sink deeper into your pillow as you learn that the study of dinosaurs is called paleontology, and those who study them are paleontologists. These scientists are like detectives, piecing together the story of life from fragments of bone, fossilized footprints, and occasionally even preserved skin impressions. Each discovery adds another piece to an enormous puzzle that will never be completely finished. Most of what we know about dinosaurs comes from their bones, but scientists have also found fossilized footprints called trackways. These frozen moments of movement tell us how fast dinosaurs walked or ran, whether they traveled alone or in herds, and even how they interacted with each other. A set of footprints can bring the ancient past to life more vividly than any skeleton. Relax completely as we remember that the colors of dinosaurs remained a mystery for most of paleontology's history. Bones don't preserve color. But recently, scientists have discovered melanosomes, microscopic structures that held pigments, preserved in some feathered dinosaur fossils. This allows us to know that some dinosaurs had reddish-brown feathers, black and white patterns, or iridescent plumage like modern birds. And finally, as you prepare to drift deeper into this ancient world, consider that dinosaurs were incredibly diverse. They ranged from chicken-sized creatures to giants over 100 feet long. Some were swift hunters, others slow-moving herbivores. Some had armor, horns, frills, or crests. The dinosaurs weren't a single type of creature but a vast array of species, each adapted to its environment, each playing its role in prehistoric ecosystems. Rest now, and let us journey deeper into their world. Breathe slowly now as we turn our attention to the true giants, the largest creatures ever to walk on land, whose footsteps shook the earth and whose necks reached to the treetops. Sauropods were the largest dinosaurs, and the largest land animals of all time. These long-necked, long-tailed herbivores walked on four pillar-like legs and spent their days eating enormous quantities of vegetation. Their size is difficult to comprehend, some weighing as much as 10 elephants, their hearts alone the size of small cars. Let your body relax as we meet Argentinosaurus, possibly the largest dinosaur ever discovered. Estimates suggest it weighed between 70 and 100 tons and measured up to 100 feet long. Only fragmentary remains have been found, making exact size difficult to determine, but each vertebra was taller than a grown human. Imagine a creature so massive that the ground trembled with each step. Brachiosaurus, whose name means arm lizard, had front legs longer than its back legs, giving it a giraffe-like stance. This giant lived during the late Jurassic period and could reach vegetation over 40 feet high. Its nostrils were positioned on top of its head, which scientists once thought meant it lived partially underwater, though we now know it was fully terrestrial. Settle deeper into comfort as we consider Diplodocus, one of the longest dinosaurs at up to 90 feet from nose to tail. Much of that length was neck and tail, whip-like and flexible. Scientists believe Diplodocus may have used its tail as a weapon, cracking it like a whip to defend against predators. The sound would have been tremendous, echoing across the prehistoric landscape. Sauropods had tiny heads relative to their enormous bodies. Their brains were surprisingly small, but this didn't mean they were unintelligent. They had nerve clusters along their spines, sometimes called second brains, that helped control their massive bodies. They didn't need large brains to survive successfully for tens of millions of years. Let your breathing slow as you learn that sauropods likely lived in herds, traveling together for protection. Trackway fossils show multiple individuals walking together, with smaller juveniles sometimes in the center, protected by larger adults. This social behavior suggests complex group dynamics and care for younger members. To support their massive weight, sauropod bones were partially hollow, filled with air sacs connected to their respiratory system. This is similar to modern birds and made their skeletons much lighter than solid bone would be. Without this adaptation, these giants might have collapsed under their own weight. Close your eyes more gently as we remember that sauropods had to eat constantly to fuel their enormous bodies. With their small heads and peg-like teeth designed for stripping vegetation rather than chewing, they swallowed food whole. Gastroliths, or stomach stones, helped grind food in their digestive systems. Some sauropods may have consumed half a ton of plants every single day. Barosaurus, a close relative of Diplodocus, could rear up on its hind legs, reaching heights of over 50 feet. This behavior, called tripedal stance, using the tail as a third support, allowed it to reach the highest vegetation and perhaps to intimidate predators. The sight must have been awe-inspiring, a living skyscraper of flesh and bone. Let yourself drift as we explore Camarasaurus, one of the most common sauropods in North America during the late Jurassic. Its skull was more robust than most sauropods, with powerful jaws that could bite through tougher vegetation. Complete skeletons of Camarasaurus have been found, including juveniles, giving us detailed knowledge of how these giants grew. Sauropods didn't have predators large enough to take down a healthy adult, but young sauropods were vulnerable. They grew quickly, but the first years of life were dangerous. Some paleontologists believe mother sauropods may have laid eggs away from the herd, allowing hatchlings to grow in safer, hidden areas before joining the adults. Sink deeper into your pillow as you learn that sauropod footprints, called trackways, show these giants walked at a leisurely pace, about the speed of a slow human walk. Despite their size, they didn't need to move quickly. Their bulk provided protection, and their constant eating meant they couldn't expend energy on rapid movement. The necks of sauropods contained as many as 19 vertebrae, compared to the 7 found in nearly all mammals, including giraffes and humans. Each vertebra locked into the next, providing strength while maintaining flexibility. Scientists debate whether sauropods held their necks horizontally or raised them high, and the answer probably varied by species and situation. Breathe slowly as we consider that sauropods lived on every continent, including Antarctica, which was much warmer during the Mesozoic era. Fossil discoveries continue to this day, with new species regularly identified. Each discovery refines our understanding of how these magnificent giants lived, moved, and thrived. And as we complete this section, rest peacefully knowing that the sauropods represent life's ability to reach extraordinary extremes. They show us that evolution can produce creatures beyond imagination, that size is not a barrier to success, and that gentleness and enormity can coexist. The giants walked the earth for over 100 million years, one of evolution's most successful experiments. Let their peaceful footsteps carry you deeper into sleep. Relax now as we turn to the hunters, the carnivores whose teeth and claws shaped the prehistoric world, creatures built for power, speed, and the hunt. Tyrannosaurus rex, the tyrant lizard king, is perhaps the most famous dinosaur of all. Living at the end of the Cretaceous period, about 68 to 66 million years ago, T. rex stood 20 feet tall and measured up to 40 feet long. It weighed around 9 tons, making it one of the largest land predators ever to exist. Let your body relax as we consider the bite force of T. rex, estimated at over 12,000 pounds, the strongest of any land animal ever. Its teeth, some as long as bananas, were designed to crush bone. Unlike the blade-like teeth of most predators, T. rex teeth were thick and conical, capable of pulverizing anything they bit. A single bite could remove 500 pounds of flesh. Recent discoveries show that young T. rex were built differently than adults. Juveniles were slender, with longer legs and lighter skulls, built for speed. As they grew, they became more robust, trading speed for power. This means different age groups filled different ecological roles, with youngsters chasing small prey while adults took down large herbivores. Settle deeper into comfort as we remember that T. rex had tiny arms, often mocked in popular culture, but these weren't useless. Each arm could lift over 400 pounds and ended in 2 clawed fingers. Scientists theorize they may have been used for gripping prey or helping the dinosaur stand up from a resting position. The eyes of T. rex faced forward, providing binocular vision and excellent depth perception. This is the vision of a predator, allowing precise judgment of distance when hunting. Combined with a powerful sense of smell from enlarged olfactory bulbs in its brain, T. rex was a sophisticated hunting machine. Let your breathing slow as you learn about Velociraptor, made famous by Jurassic Park but dramatically different from its Hollywood portrayal. Real velociraptors were about the size of a large turkey, covered in feathers, with a large curved claw on each foot. They lived in what is now Mongolia during the late Cretaceous period. The famous fighting dinosaurs fossil from Mongolia shows a velociraptor locked in combat with a protoceratops. Both animals apparently died during the fight and were rapidly buried, preserving their final moments forever. The velociraptor's killing claw is embedded in the protoceratops's throat, while the herbivore's beak clamps on the predator's arm. Close your eyes more gently as we meet Spinosaurus, possibly the largest carnivorous dinosaur, measuring up to 50 feet long. It had a distinctive sail on its back, formed by elongated neural spines, possibly used for temperature regulation or display. Recent discoveries suggest Spinosaurus spent much of its time in water, hunting fish like a giant prehistoric crocodile. Allosaurus, the apex predator of the late Jurassic, had a lighter, more agile build than T. rex. It hunted in packs to take down large sauropods, as evidenced by multiple Allosaurus teeth marks on sauropod bones. With its large skull and powerful jaw, Allosaurus used a hatchet-like bite, striking down with force to wound prey. Let yourself drift as we explore Carnotaurus, whose name means meat-eating bull due to the distinctive horns above its eyes. This South American predator had extremely reduced arms, even smaller than T. rex, and possibly used its horns for head-butting rivals or prey. Its skull was short and deep, built for powerful biting. Giganotosaurus from Argentina may have been slightly larger than T. rex, living about 30 million years earlier. While its bite wasn't as powerful, its teeth were designed for slicing rather than crushing, perfect for causing bleeding wounds on massive sauropods. Some evidence suggests Giganotosaurus hunted in groups. Sink deeper into your pillow as you learn about Dilophosaurus, an early Jurassic predator with a pair of thin, fragile crests on its head. Unlike its portrayal in Jurassic Park, it had no venom and no frill. The crests were likely for display, helping individuals recognize each other and attract mates. At 20 feet long, it was a formidable hunter. Carcharodontosaurus, whose name means shark-toothed lizard, had teeth similar to a great white shark's, serrated and designed for cutting. This African giant lived during the Cretaceous period and rivaled T. rex in size. It likely hunted the massive sauropods that shared its environment. Breathe slowly as we consider that not all theropods were massive predators. Compsognathus was about the size of a chicken, one of the smallest known dinosaurs. These tiny hunters probably fed on insects, small reptiles, and mammals. They show that the theropod body plan was successful at many different sizes. Deinonychus, discovered in the 1960s, revolutionized how scientists viewed dinosaurs. Its discovery helped establish that dinosaurs were active, possibly warm-blooded creatures rather than sluggish reptiles. The enlarged claw on each foot was a killing weapon, used to slash at prey. Deinonychus may have hunted in coordinated packs, using intelligence and cooperation to take down animals much larger than themselves. And as we complete this section on predators, rest knowing that these hunters were not mindless killing machines but sophisticated animals with complex behaviors, social structures, and survival strategies. They were parents that cared for young, creatures that communicated with each other, animals that played their vital role in maintaining ecosystem balance. The predators were not evil, just alive, hunting to survive in an ancient world. Sleep peacefully now. Breathe gently now as we explore how the hunted protected themselves, the incredible armor, weapons, and defensive strategies that allowed herbivores to survive in a world of predators. Stegosaurus, with its distinctive double row of plates along its back and spiked tail, lived during the late Jurassic period. The plates, made of bone covered in skin, may have been used for temperature regulation, display, or defense. The tail spikes, called a thagomizer, were formidable weapons that could be swung with deadly force. Let your body relax as we consider Ankylosaurus, living at the end of the Cretaceous period alongside T. rex. This walking tank was covered in thick armor plates embedded in its skin, with even its eyelids protected by bone. Its most famous feature was its tail club, a heavy mass of fused bone that could swing with enough force to break bones or even kill a predator. The armor of Ankylosaurus was so complete that it had no vulnerable spots except its soft underbelly. A predator would need to flip it over to attack effectively, a nearly impossible task given that Ankylosaurus weighed around 6 tons and had a low center of gravity. This defensive strategy was so successful that ankylosaurs existed for over 100 million years. Settle deeper into comfort as we remember Triceratops, whose name means three-horned face. This massive herbivore was one of the last dinosaurs to evolve, living right up until the extinction event. Its two brow horns could grow up to 3 feet long, with a shorter nasal horn completing the trio. The bony frill behind its head provided protection for the neck. Recent studies of Triceratops skulls show many with healed wounds that match the spacing of other Triceratops horns. This suggests these herbivores fought each other, perhaps over territory or mates, locking horns like modern rams or deer. The frills may have also been brightly colored for display, showing health and genetic fitness. Let your breathing slow as you learn about Pachycephalosaurus, the thick-headed lizard. Its skull was up to 10 inches thick, formed of solid bone. Scientists long believed these dome-headed dinosaurs used head-butting for competition, though some now suggest the domes were too fragile for full-force impacts and may have been used for side-pushing displays instead. Kentrosaurus, an African relative of Stegosaurus, had pairs of spikes instead of plates on its back half, with large shoulder spikes pointing outward. This pincushion of defenses made attacking it from any angle dangerous. Like Stegosaurus, it had a spiked tail that could be wielded as a weapon. Close your eyes more gently as we meet Euoplocephalus, another heavily armored ankylosaur with spikes on its head, sides, and back. Even its throat was protected by small bone plates. Its tail club could swing at speeds over 50 miles per hour, delivering devastating blows. Fossil evidence shows at least one predator's leg bone that had been broken, possibly by an ankylosaur's tail. Styracosaurus, whose name means spiked lizard, had an elaborate frill with 6 long spikes radiating outward like a crown, along with a large nose horn. While the frill provided some protection, it was likely primarily for display and species recognition. Different ceratopsian species had uniquely shaped frills, like facial signatures. Let yourself drift as we explore how some dinosaurs found safety in numbers. Iguanodon, a large herbivore, traveled in herds that could number in the hundreds. When threatened, the herd could circle with young in the center, presenting a wall of defensive bodies to predators. Iguanodon also had a sharp thumb spike that could be used as a close-range weapon. Sauropelta, an early nodosaur from North America, carried rows of spikes along its sides and back but lacked the tail club of later ankylosaurs. Its armor consisted of hundreds of bony plates of various sizes forming a protective shield across its body. At 16 feet long, it was well protected but still needed to be vigilant. Sink deeper into your pillow as you learn about defensive tail strategies. While Ankylosaurus had a club and Stegosaurus had spikes, some hadrosaurs had powerful tails that could be used for balance and support, allowing them to rear up or deliver kicking blows with their strong hind legs. Different species evolved different solutions to the same problem. Torosaurus had one of the largest skulls of any land animal, up to 9 feet long, with much of that length being the elaborate bony frill. This frill was thinner than Triceratops's but covered more area. The sheer size of the head may have been intimidating to predators, and the animal's bulk, around 6 tons, made it a difficult target. Breathe slowly as we consider that some paleontologists believe Torosaurus and Triceratops might be the same species at different life stages, with the frill expanding and skull shape changing as the animal matured. This debate shows that paleontology is an active science where interpretations change as new evidence emerges. Edmontonia, a nodosaur from the late Cretaceous, had large forward-pointing spikes on its shoulders, possibly used for active defense by ramming attackers. Unlike ankylosaurs that relied on passive armor, these shoulder spikes could deliver offensive blows. Combined with its armored hide, Edmontonia was a formidable opponent. And as we complete this section, rest peacefully knowing that defense took as many forms as attack. Evolution is an arms race, with predators developing better weapons and prey developing better defenses in an eternal dance. These herbivores weren't helpless victims but tough survivors, their armor and weapons allowing them to thrive in dangerous times. Let their strength guard your dreams. Let your breathing become soft as air as we explore one of paleontology's greatest revelations. Many dinosaurs had feathers, and some even took to the skies. Birds are dinosaurs. This is not metaphor or comparison but scientific fact. Modern birds are the direct descendants of theropod dinosaurs, making them living dinosaurs that share the world with us today. Every chicken, eagle, and hummingbird is a dinosaur, evolved and adapted but carrying the legacy of the Mesozoic era. Let your body relax completely as we travel back to 1861, when workers in a limestone quarry in Germany discovered one of the most important fossils ever found, Archaeopteryx. This creature had teeth and a long bony tail like a dinosaur but also had feathers and wings. It was a transitional form, a bridge between non-avian dinosaurs and modern birds. Archaeopteryx lived about 150 million years ago during the late Jurassic period. About the size of a raven, it could likely fly, though perhaps not as efficiently as modern birds. Its feathers show the same structure as those of today's birds, with a central shaft and branching barbs, preserving in stunning detail across the ages. Settle deeper into comfort as we remember that feathers didn't evolve for flight. The earliest feathers were simple, filament-like structures used for insulation and display. Over millions of years, they became more complex, developing the intricate structure needed for flight. But long before any dinosaur flew, feathers kept them warm and helped them attract mates. Sinosauropteryx, discovered in China in the 1990s, was the first non-avian dinosaur found with clear evidence of feathers. This small predator, about the size of a chicken, had a coat of simple, downy feathers along its back and tail. Analysis of preserved melanosomes showed it had a reddish-brown color with a striped tail. Let your breathing slow as you learn about Microraptor, a four-winged dinosaur from early Cretaceous China. It had long feathers on both its arms and legs, creating a biplane-like configuration. Scientists believe it could glide between trees, though it probably couldn't achieve powered flight like modern birds. Its feathers showed iridescent black coloration, like a crow. Yutyrannus, whose name means beautiful feathered tyrant, was a relative of T. rex living in Cretaceous China. At 30 feet long and weighing over a ton, it's the largest known feathered dinosaur. Its feathers were long and filamentous, likely providing insulation in the cooler climate where it lived. This discovery suggested that many tyrannosaurids might have had feathers, at least when young. Close your eyes more gently as we meet Anchiornis, one of the most completely understood feathered dinosaurs. We know it had black and white wings with red feather crests on its head. Living about 160 million years ago, it had feathers on its legs as well as its arms. It likely couldn't fly powerfully but may have been capable of short flights or gliding. The discovery of feathered dinosaurs in China revolutionized paleontology. The Jehol Biota, a series of fossil sites in northeastern China, preserved dinosaurs in such fine detail that feathers, scales, and even internal organs left impressions. These fossils show that feathers were widespread among theropods, from tiny hunters to larger predators. Let yourself drift as we explore Caudipteryx, a turkey-sized dinosaur covered in feathers but unable to fly. It had a fan of feathers at the end of its tail and symmetrical feathers on its arms, unlike the asymmetrical flight feathers of modern birds. This shows that display feathers evolved before flight feathers. Confuciusornis was one of the earliest true birds, living about 125 million years ago in what is now China. It had a beak without teeth, unlike earlier bird-like dinosaurs, and some individuals had long tail plumes, possibly males displaying for females. Thousands of specimens have been found, making it one of the best-known Mesozoic birds. Sink deeper into your pillow as you learn that not all flying reptiles were birds. Pterosaurs, which included giants like Quetzalcoatlus with wingspans of up to 40 feet, ruled the skies alongside early birds. But pterosaurs were not dinosaurs, they were a separate group of flying reptiles. True dinosaurs conquered the air through feathers, not the skin membranes of pterosaurs. The hollow bones of theropods, originally evolved to reduce weight in large predators, became crucial for flight. Birds inherited these air-filled bones from their dinosaurian ancestors. The respiratory system with air sacs flowing through bones, still present in birds today, is a gift from the Mesozoic era. Breathe slowly as we consider that some scientists believe even T. rex hatchlings may have had downy feathers for warmth, possibly losing them as they grew larger and generated more body heat. While no direct evidence exists yet, the discovery that so many theropods had feathers makes this possibility more likely than once thought. Oviraptor, whose name unfortunately means egg thief, was actually a caring parent. Fossils show oviraptors sitting on nests of eggs, arms spread over them like modern birds brooding. These dinosaurs had beaks and possibly feathered crests, and their parental behavior shows sophisticated social complexity. And as we complete this section, rest knowing that the line between dinosaurs and birds is not a sharp boundary but a gradual transition. The sky creatures we admire today carry within them the ancient legacy of the Mesozoic era. Every bird song is an echo of the age of dinosaurs, every flight a continuation of that first leap into the air millions of years ago. Sleep peacefully, knowing the dinosaurs never truly left us. Breathe peacefully now as we explore how dinosaurs lived their daily lives, how they communicated, raised their young, and navigated the ancient world. Maiasaura, whose name means good mother lizard, revolutionized understanding of dinosaur parenting. Discovered nesting grounds show that these hadrosaurs return to the same sites year after year, building nests close together in colonies. Evidence suggests they brought food to their hatchlings, showing parental care rather than abandonment. Let your body relax as we consider that dinosaur eggs came in many sizes and shapes. Sauropod eggs were relatively small compared to the adult size, only about the size of a soccer ball. This is because eggs can only be so large before the shell becomes too thick for the baby to break through or too thin to support its weight. Some dinosaur nests show circular arrangements of eggs, carefully placed by the mother. In Mongolia, fossil nests of oviraptor show the adult died while sitting on the eggs, arms positioned exactly like a modern bird protecting its nest. This behavior continued for over 65 million years before being passed down to modern birds. Settle deeper into comfort as we remember that trackways show some dinosaurs traveled in vast herds. Sauropod trackways in Texas show a herd of over 20 individuals walking together, with smaller juveniles protected in the middle. This behavior, similar to modern elephants, suggests complex social structures and cooperation. Hadrosaurs, or duck-billed dinosaurs, had elaborate crests on their heads in various shapes depending on species. Parasaurolophus had a long, backward-curving crest, while Corythosaurus had a helmet-like rounded crest. These crests contained nasal passages and could produce sounds, like living trumpets, allowing long-distance communication. Let your breathing slow as you learn that scientists have recreated possible sounds from dinosaur crests using computer models. Parasaurolophus might have produced deep, resonant calls that could travel for miles through prehistoric forests. Herds might have called to each other, warning of danger or helping separated individuals find the group. Psittacosaurus, a small early ceratopsian, is one of the most completely understood dinosaurs. Fossils show it had quill-like structures on its tail, stomach contents revealing what it ate, and even preserved coloration showing countershading, dark on top and light underneath. One remarkable fossil shows a mother with 34 babies, possibly from multiple clutches, suggesting communal care. Close your eyes more gently as we meet Truden, one of the smartest dinosaurs based on brain-to-body size ratio. With large eyes suggesting good vision, possibly adapted for low-light conditions, Truden may have been active at dawn and dusk. Its grasping hands and sharp teeth suggest it was an efficient predator, possibly hunting small mammals and reptiles. Some dinosaurs show evidence of injury and healing, telling stories of survival. Allosaurus fossils show healed broken ribs, damaged tails, and even infections. One Allosaurus nicknamed Big Al suffered multiple injuries throughout its life before finally dying at about 15 years old, its skeleton preserving a life of struggle and survival. Let yourself drift as we explore how dinosaurs likely displayed for mates, like modern birds. Colorful feathers, elaborate crests, frills, and horns may have been brightly colored for visual displays. Some dinosaurs may have performed courtship dances, called to each other with specific songs, or presented gifts of food to potential mates. Therizinosaurus had the longest claws of any animal ever discovered, up to 3 feet long. Despite these fearsome weapons, it was likely an herbivore, using its claws to pull down branches and strip leaves. This shows that not all unusual features were for fighting. Sometimes evolution produces extreme adaptations for peaceful purposes. Sink deeper into your pillow as you learn about dinosaur skin. While usually decomposed before fossilization, occasionally skin impressions survive. These show that different dinosaurs had different scale patterns, some with small pebble-like scales, others with larger plates. Some areas, particularly around joints, had special flexible scales for movement. Dinosaur footprints sometimes preserve amazing detail, including skin texture from the bottom of feet. Three-toed theropod tracks show the texture of foot pads. Some tracks even show impressions of the tail dragging, though many dinosaurs held their tails off the ground for balance, only letting them touch when resting. Breathe slowly as we consider that dinosaurs likely had complex social hierarchies within herds and packs. Evidence suggests some species had dominant individuals, competing for mates and resources. Ceratopsians might have locked horns in ritual combat, establishing dominance without killing each other, like modern deer. Gigantic sauropod migrations may have occurred, with herds moving to follow seasonal food sources. Evidence from geology and plant fossils suggests that some areas had distinct wet and dry seasons. Herds might have traveled hundreds of miles following the rain and fresh vegetation, young dinosaurs learning migration routes from elders. And as we complete this section, rest peacefully knowing that dinosaurs weren't alien monsters but living animals with behaviors, emotions, and daily lives. They cared for their young, communicated with their kind, felt pain and fear, joy and comfort. They were not so different from animals today, just adapted to a different world. Their lives, though separated from ours by 66 million years, echo in the behaviors of modern animals. Sleep gently now. Let your breathing become slow and peaceful as we explore the world the dinosaurs inhabited, an Earth both familiar and utterly alien. During the Mesozoic era, Earth's continents were arranged differently than today. In the Triassic period, all land formed one supercontinent called Pangaea, surrounded by a single massive ocean called Panthalassa. This meant dinosaurs could walk from what is now Africa to North America without crossing water. Let your body relax as we consider that Pangaea began breaking apart during the Jurassic period, splitting into two smaller continents, Laurasia in the north and Gondwana in the south. This continental drift continued through the Cretaceous, with pieces gradually separating into the continents we know today. Dinosaurs evolved differently on each separating landmass, creating distinct regional species. The climate during the Mesozoic era was generally warmer than today, with no polar ice caps. Even the Arctic regions hosted forests and dinosaurs. Palm trees and ferns grew in areas that are now frozen tundra. This greenhouse world had higher sea levels, with much of what is now land covered by shallow seas. Settle deeper into comfort as we remember that the plants dinosaurs ate were different than those we know. During the Triassic and Jurassic, conifers, ferns, cycads, and ginkgos dominated. Flowering plants didn't appear until the Cretaceous period and quickly diversified, changing ecosystems forever. The last dinosaurs knew a world with roses, magnolias, and oaks, while earlier dinosaurs never saw a single flower. The oxygen content of the atmosphere was higher during some periods of the Mesozoic era, possibly contributing to the large size of both dinosaurs and insects. Dragonflies with 2-foot wingspans flew through forests where millipedes could grow to 6 feet long. The air itself was different, richer, supporting life at enormous scales. Let your breathing slow as you learn about the forests where dinosaurs lived. The Jurassic landscape was dominated by towering conifers, some over 200 feet tall, creating cathedral-like spaces beneath their branches. Tree ferns formed the understory, while cycads and ginkgos provided ground cover. These forests were quieter than today, with no bird songs yet, only the calls of dinosaurs and the buzz of insects. The seas during the Mesozoic were full of life, though different from today's oceans. Ammonites, spiral-shelled relatives of squid, floated in enormous numbers. Ichthyosaurs, dolphin-like reptiles, hunted fish. Plesiosaurs, both long-necked and short-necked varieties, prowled the depths. Mosasaurs, massive marine lizards, ruled the late Cretaceous seas. Close your eyes more gently as we visit the Morrison Formation, one of the richest dinosaur fossil sites in North America. About 150 million years ago, this area was a vast floodplain with seasonal rivers and arid periods. Allosaurus, Stegosaurus, and various sauropods lived here, their bones accumulating in ancient river channels where flash floods buried them. The Hell Creek Formation in Montana and the Dakotas preserves the last days of the dinosaurs. Here, in rocks formed between 68 and 66 million years ago, we find Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, and Edmontosaurus. This was a coastal plain with rivers winding through forests, opening to the western interior seaway, a shallow sea that split North America. Let yourself drift as we explore how volcanic activity was common during the Mesozoic. The breakup of Pangaea was driven by massive upwellings of magma, creating new ocean floor and pushing continents apart. Huge volcanic provinces erupted, changing climate and occasionally triggering extinction events. The dinosaurs lived on a geologically active, changing world. Some areas preserved in fossils show amazing detail of ancient ecosystems. The Jehol biota in China captures an entire ecosystem from the early Cretaceous, including plants, insects, dinosaurs, early mammals, and even volcanic ash layers. These fossils show a lake environment surrounded by forests, where seasonal ashfalls buried creatures so quickly their soft tissues were preserved. Sink deeper into your pillow as you learn that the western interior seaway divided North America for much of the late Cretaceous. This shallow sea stretched from the Gulf of Mexico to the Arctic Ocean, creating unique coastal ecosystems on both shores. Different dinosaur species evolved on either side, isolated by water for millions of years. The Gobi Desert of Mongolia, now one of Earth's driest places, was very different during the Cretaceous. While still arid, it had seasonal rivers and lakes that supported diverse dinosaur populations. Protoceratops, Velociraptor, and Oviraptor lived here, occasionally buried by catastrophic sandstorms that preserved them perfectly. Breathe slowly as we consider that Earth's day was shorter during the Mesozoic era. About 200 million years ago, a day was only about 23 hours long. The moon was closer, making tides stronger. The night sky showed different stars, with constellations we would barely recognize. The dinosaurs lived under different skies on a planet spinning faster. Antarctica, now covered in ice, was a temperate forest during much of the Mesozoic. Dinosaurs lived there, including species that experienced months of darkness each winter at high latitudes. These polar dinosaurs must have adapted to cold and darkness, possibly hibernating or migrating, showing they were more versatile than once believed. And as we complete this section, rest knowing that the dinosaurs' world, though alien in many ways, was still Earth. The same planet that grew those ancient forests now grows ours. The same forces that shaped their continents shape ours today. We walk on ground they walked on, look up at the same moon, live on a planet that remembers them in its very rocks. Sleep peacefully in this ancient, continuous world. Breathe gently now as we explore how humans discovered dinosaurs, how science has pieced together their story from fragments of bone and stone. The first scientifically described dinosaur was Megalosaurus in 1824, though people had been finding large bones for centuries before, often attributing them to giants or dragons. William Buckland, a British geologist and theologian, examined a collection of bones from a quarry and recognized they belonged to a large, extinct reptile unlike anything alive. Let your body relax completely as we remember the bone wars of the late 1800s, a fierce rivalry between paleontologists Edward Drinker Cope and Othniel Charles Marsh. These two men competed ruthlessly to discover and name new dinosaurs, often destroying fossils to prevent the other from studying them. Despite their antagonism, their competition resulted in the discovery of dozens of new species. The method of excavating fossils is painstaking and careful. When a fossil is found, paleontologists carefully expose it using small tools, brushes, and even dental picks. The surrounding rock, called matrix, is slowly removed. Plaster jackets protect fragile bones during transport. A single skeleton might take years to fully excavate and prepare. Settle deeper into comfort as we consider that most of what we see in museums are casts, not original fossils. Original fossils are too valuable and fragile for display. Molds are made from the originals, and casts are produced that can be assembled and displayed. This allows multiple museums to show the same specimen while the original remains safely stored. CT scanning has revolutionized paleontology, allowing scientists to see inside fossils without damaging them. They can examine brain cases, inner ear structures, and even count growth rings in bones to determine age. Some scans have revealed that dinosaurs grew rapidly when young, then growth slowed as they reached adult size. Let your breathing slow as you learn about the dinosaur renaissance of the 1960s and 70s, sparked by John Ostrom's work on Deinonychus. He argued that dinosaurs were active, possibly warm-blooded animals, not sluggish reptiles. This revolutionized paleontology and popular culture, transforming how dinosaurs were depicted in science and media. Cladistics, a method of classifying organisms based on shared evolutionary characteristics, has helped clarify dinosaur relationships. By comparing features across species, scientists build family trees showing how different dinosaurs evolved from common ancestors. This has revealed surprising relationships, like how birds are nested within the theropod lineage. Close your eyes more gently as we meet Mary Anning, one of the greatest fossil hunters who ever lived. In the early 1800s, she discovered the first correctly identified ichthyosaur skeleton, found the first two plesiosaur skeletons, and made numerous other important discoveries along the English coast. Despite her contributions, she received little recognition during her lifetime because she was a working-class woman. Some of the best preserved dinosaur fossils come from China, where fine-grained rocks preserved incredible detail. The Ishian Formation has yielded hundreds of feathered dinosaur specimens, some preserved with their last meals still in their stomachs, showing exactly what they ate. These discoveries have answered questions about dinosaur biology that seemed forever unknowable. Let yourself drift as we explore how scientists determine what dinosaurs ate. Tooth shape provides clues. Sharp, serrated teeth indicate meat eaters, while flat grinding teeth suggest plant eaters. Sometimes direct evidence exists, like coprolites, fossilized dung, which can be analyzed to show what the animal consumed. A few remarkable fossils preserve stomach contents. Isotope analysis of dinosaur bones can reveal diet, migration patterns, and even the temperature of their bodies. Different isotopes of elements like oxygen and carbon accumulate depending on what the animal ate and drank, and where it lived. This chemical fingerprint allows scientists to track individual dinosaurs' lives with remarkable precision. Sink deeper into your pillow as you learn that paleontology is an international science. Dinosaurs have been found on every continent, including Antarctica. Each discovery adds to our understanding. Paleontologists from around the world collaborate, sharing data and specimens, united by curiosity about the ancient past. Biomechanics helps scientists understand how dinosaurs moved. By studying muscle attachment points on bones, modeling joints, and comparing to modern animals, researchers can estimate how fast dinosaurs ran, how much weight they could carry, and what range of motion they had. Computer simulations test these models, refining our understanding. Breathe slowly as we consider that new dinosaur species are discovered regularly, about 50 per year. Most are found in China, Argentina, and the United States, but discoveries happen worldwide. Each new species adds detail to the picture, filling gaps in evolutionary history or revealing entirely unexpected forms. Amateur fossil hunters make important discoveries. Many significant fossils were found by people walking in deserts, hiking in badlands, or noticing something unusual while working. Museums rely on reports from the public, and many paleontologists started as children fascinated by fossils they found themselves. And as we complete this section, rest peacefully knowing that our understanding of dinosaurs continues to evolve. Each discovery changes the picture slightly, refining details or revealing surprises. The story of dinosaurs is never finished, it's an ongoing investigation, a conversation between the ancient past and the present. The work continues, driven by curiosity and wonder. Sleep gently now. Let your breathing become soft as we approach the end of the dinosaur story, the catastrophic day that ended their reign and changed Earth forever. 66 million years ago, an asteroid approximately 6 miles wide struck Earth near what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The impact created the Chicxulub crater, over 100 miles wide, and released energy equivalent to billions of atomic bombs. This single event would end the age of dinosaurs. Let your body relax as we consider what happened in the hours after impact. A massive cloud of vaporized rock and debris shot into the atmosphere. Earthquakes stronger than any recorded in human history shook the planet. Tsunamis hundreds of feet tall raced across oceans. The impact crater itself glowed red-hot, radiating heat for thousands of miles. Debris thrown into the atmosphere rained back down, heating the air to oven-like temperatures. Forests worldwide burst into flames. Animals that weren't killed by the immediate effects died in the global firestorm. Those that survived the first day faced a world transformed beyond recognition. Settle deeper into comfort as we remember that darkness followed. Dust and soot blocked the sun for months, perhaps years. Plants couldn't photosynthesize. Temperatures plummeted. The world that had been a lush greenhouse became cold and dark. Food chains collapsed from the bottom up as plants died, then herbivores, then carnivores. Not all dinosaurs died immediately. Some survived the initial catastrophe, living in a ruined world. But without food, without warmth, without the ecosystems they depended on, they gradually died out. The last dinosaurs might have lived for years after the impact, witnessing a world that could no longer support them. Let your breathing slow as you learn that about 75% of all species went extinct. All non-avian dinosaurs vanished, along with pterosaurs, marine reptiles, and many other groups. But some animals survived, small mammals, some birds, crocodiles, turtles, and many fish. The survivors were often small, adaptable species that could shelter underground or in water. The extinction wasn't entirely sudden. Even before the asteroid, dinosaurs were facing challenges. The Deccan Traps in India were erupting, massive volcanic events that lasted hundreds of thousands of years. These eruptions released gases that changed the climate. The asteroid was the final blow to ecosystems already under stress. Close your eyes more gently as we consider what the world was like after the dinosaurs. With the largest land animals gone, mammals began to diversify. In the absence of dinosaur predators, they evolved into new niches. Within 10 million years, the world had whales, bats, and primates. The extinction that ended one era allowed another to begin. Birds survived the extinction, but barely. Most Cretaceous bird groups died out. The survivors were likely small, ground-dwelling birds that could eat seeds and shelter in burrows. From these few survivors, all modern birds descended, diversifying into the 10,000 species we see today. Let yourself drift as we explore why some animals survived while others didn't. Size was crucial. Small animals needed less food and could shelter more easily. Adaptability mattered. Species with varied diets had better chances than specialists. Location helped. Animals far from the impact had more time to prepare, and those in freshwater environments were somewhat protected. The recovery of ecosystems took millions of years. Ferns were among the first plants to return, their spores surviving in soil. Gradually, forests regrew, but they were different forests, with flowering plants now dominant. The world that emerged was recognizably modern, the foundation of the ecosystems we know today. Sink deeper into your pillow as you learn that the extinction wasn't the end of the dinosaur story but a new chapter. While non-avian dinosaurs vanished, birds carried their legacy forward. Every robin, every eagle, every penguin is a dinosaur, evolved and adapted but maintaining the fundamental body plan of their Mesozoic ancestors. Some scientists argue that dinosaurs would have continued to dominate if not for the asteroid. They were diverse and successful, occupying nearly every terrestrial niche. But the random chance of an asteroid changed everything, showing that sometimes success doesn't guarantee survival, and sometimes extinction is simply bad luck. Breathe slowly as we consider other mass extinctions in Earth's history. The Permian extinction 252 million years ago was even more severe, killing 96% of species. The Triassic extinction allowed dinosaurs to rise. These catastrophes, while devastating, create opportunities. Life persists, adapts, and eventually flourishes again. The study of the dinosaur extinction helps us understand our own world. Climate change, habitat destruction, and mass die-offs are not abstract concepts but real events that have happened before. The past informs the present, showing what Earth can endure and how life responds to catastrophe. And as we complete this section, rest knowing that endings are also beginnings. The dinosaurs' extinction was a tragedy, ending millions of years of evolutionary experimentation. But it was also an opening, allowing new forms of life to flourish. Death and life are intertwined, each making room for the other. The dinosaurs are gone, but their descendants remain. Sleep peacefully now, in this world they made possible. Breathe softly now as we complete our journey, reflecting on what dinosaurs mean, why they captivate us, and how they continue to shape our world. Dinosaurs remind us that Earth has a deep history, that the world existed long before humans and will continue long after. They humble us, showing that dominant species can vanish, that success is temporary, that change is the only constant. We are recent arrivals on an ancient stage. Let your body relax completely as we consider why children love dinosaurs. Perhaps it's their size, their strangeness, or the thrill of monsters that are safely extinct. Or perhaps dinosaurs teach children that the world is more wonderful than it seems, that reality holds genuine magic, that learning about the past is an adventure. Museums display dinosaur skeletons in poses that capture moments, a T-Rex mid-stride, a Triceratops lowering its horns, a Brachiosaurus reaching upward. These frozen moments connect us to animals that lived millions of years ago, making the ancient past tangible and real. Standing beneath a sauropod skeleton, you feel how small you are and how vast time is. Settle deeper into comfort as we remember that dinosaurs have inspired countless books, films, and artworks. From the earliest dinosaur paintings to modern CGI, artists have tried to bring these creatures to life. Each generation reimagines dinosaurs based on current scientific understanding, so depictions have changed dramatically over time. The Jurassic Park films, while taking creative liberties, sparked renewed interest in paleontology. Applications to geology and biology programs increased after the film's release. While scientists critique the inaccuracies, they appreciate how the films made people care about dinosaurs, making science accessible and exciting. Let your breathing slow as you learn that dinosaur names often tell stories. They're named for distinctive features: Triceratops, three-horned face, for where they were found, Albertosaurus, from Alberta, or to honor people, Leelinosaura, for paleontologist Tom Rich's daughter. Each name connects the ancient creature to its modern discovery. Some cultures have mythologies that may have been inspired by fossil discoveries. Chinese dragon legends might have been influenced by dinosaur bones. Native American tribes had stories about great beasts whose bones were found in rocks. The ancient Greeks speculated about giants based on fossil remains. Dinosaurs have always been part of human imagination. Close your eyes more gently as we consider that dinosaur fossils are valuable scientifically but also economically. Complete skeletons can sell for millions of dollars. This creates tension between scientific research and commercial interests. Many paleontologists argue that fossils belong in museums where they can be studied and publicly displayed, not private collections. The technology used to study dinosaurs advances constantly. DNA cannot be recovered from dinosaur fossils, too much time has passed, but proteins can sometimes be extracted from bone. Soft tissue structures have been found preserved inside bones, revealing details about blood vessels and even possible cells. Let yourself drift as we explore how dinosaurs appear in every aspect of culture. They're on children's toys, corporate logos, postage stamps, and in music. They represent strength, antiquity, and natural wonder. The word dinosaur itself has entered common language, describing anything large, old, or outdated. Scientists continue to debate many aspects of dinosaur biology. Were they warm-blooded or cold-blooded, or somewhere in between? How smart were they? What colors were they? How did they sound? Each question opens new research avenues, keeping paleontology active and dynamic. The mysteries remain engaging. Sink deeper into your pillow as you learn that some scientists are exploring whether dinosaurs could be brought back through genetic engineering. While true resurrection is impossible, without DNA, researchers are investigating whether they could modify chicken embryos to express dormant dinosaur traits, creating bird-like creatures with tails or teeth. This raises ethical questions about what we should do versus what we can do. The economic impact of dinosaurs is substantial. Dinosaur museums attract millions of visitors annually. Dinosaur tourism supports communities near fossil sites. Books, films, and merchandise generate billions of dollars. These ancient creatures, gone for 66 million years, still contribute to the modern economy. Breathe slowly as we consider that in some ways, we live in an age of dinosaurs. Birds are everywhere, in cities, forests, oceans. They've adapted to nearly every environment on Earth. While we think of dinosaurs as extinct, they're actually one of the most successful vertebrate groups alive today, with more species than mammals. Dinosaur paleontology teaches us about the scientific method. Hypotheses are formed from limited evidence, tested against new discoveries, and revised when necessary. What we knew about dinosaurs decades ago has changed dramatically. Science is self-correcting, always improving its understanding. Let your breathing deepen as we remember that every dinosaur that ever lived was an individual. Each had a unique life, where it lived, what it ate, whether it bred successfully, how it died. Most left no trace. The fossils we find represent an infinitesimally small fraction of the billions of individual dinosaurs that existed. Each fossil is precious, a single voice speaking across unimaginable time. The future will bring new discoveries. There are fossils still buried, waiting to be found. New technologies will extract information from existing fossils that we can't access today. Our understanding will continue to evolve. The story of dinosaurs is unfinished, continuing to unfold as science advances. Close your eyes softly as we consider what dinosaurs teach us about extinction and survival. They show that dominance doesn't guarantee permanence, that catastrophe can strike without warning, that life is both fragile and resilient. They remind us that species, including our own, exist within larger systems, dependent on environments we can't fully control. Rest deeply as we acknowledge that dinosaurs connect us to wonder. In our modern world of technology and routine, dinosaurs remind us that reality includes genuine marvels, that the planet holds secrets, that there's still mystery and adventure in discovering what came before. They make us curious, and curiosity drives understanding. Let yourself float into peaceful sleep as we complete this journey of 100 facts. The dinosaurs lived, thrived, and vanished, but they remain in the rocks beneath us, in the birds above us, and in our imagination. They are ancient yet present, gone yet remembered, extinct yet somehow immortal. Sleep now, traveler through time. Dream of vast forests where giants walked, of skies filled with creatures not yet named, of a world so different yet the same earth beneath your feet. The dinosaurs have shared their secrets with you tonight, stories preserved in stone and brought to life through science. As you drift into dreams, perhaps you'll walk among them, feel the ground shake with their footsteps, hear their calls echoing through ancient valleys. They are gone but not forgotten, extinct but eternal, lost but forever found in the stones of earth and the wonder of human imagination.